Hello guys, and in today's video we're going to be going over the top 5 best weapons to farm for in Season of the Seraph for PvP. And to start it off, we are going to be looking at the Fire and Forget linear fusion rifle. So this is something that honestly was not even on my radar up until like literally 5 minutes ago when I was like, I have this idea for this video. I don't have the API for the dungeon weapons and for the Deepstone Crypt weapons, so let me look and see what we got, and that brought me to the Fire and Forget linear fusion rifle. So this is the second aggressive frame 3-round burst linear fusion in the game besides the Storm Chaser, and it has a similar perk pool, but it is also a craftable weapon. So for me, I think the role that I have on my Storm Chaser right now for PvP is like Rangefinder Rampage. And I think the role that you'd want here most likely is going to be like, potentially Fluted Barrel, maybe Projection Fuse, probably Particle Repeater for reduced flinch. You could even probably do Accelerated Battery or reduced charge time. And then definitely want Rangefinder. Having the increased range and zoom is actually very helpful, I feel. And then high impact reserves, and then like, handling masterwork, I guess, for, the best ADS speed or whatever, and then a quick access sling for the best weapon ready and stow speed. My opinion, this is the god roll for this, and I think this is actually, no, I would probably do charge time. I'd probably do charge time here. Accelerated coil, that's going to bring down the damage a little bit, but I'm pretty sure that this is still going to one shot to the head no matter what. And if it doesn't one shot to the head, then I'd probably just put on like particle repeater or just, keep the acceleration coil and put on like a handling masterwork. But the moral of the story is this is going to be the best linear fusion heavy weapon in the game, in my opinion, obviously. And then next, we have the Hung Jury. The Hung Jury is a scout that we've had in the game previously and has made its return. And I was looking at the roles, and I mean, you could honestly probably go small bore, accurized rounds. This is for PvP once again, and I would say probably surplus, either surplus or rapid hit. It really is up to your personal preference. Surplus is going to give you, I was going to say less of a stability bonus, but it will give you stability bonus. And then I think box breathing or adagio would definitely be what you want. I'd probably go with box breathing because I think box breathing, it gives you bonus range and precision damage. So, and then probably just a range masterwork, and that range masterwork gives you 2 meters, which isn't too crazy. And then, the range adept mod, which gives you 3 meters, basically. So giving you a whole, like, 95 meters. If you really wanted to go crazy for range here, you could go, like, full bore and you'll be at 98. But I don't think you really need that much range. I mean, you'd probably, does it say here exactly what the range benefits are with box breathing? I don't know. You'd have a lot of range with this. And, just to quickly talk about it, the PvE role for this would definitely be rapid hit explosive payload, and, it's nasty for sure. And also, you'd probably want Amalon Fluid for the PvP role, I would think, because that gives you 20 stability and 30 reload speed at the top of the magazine. So, I mean, that's just a super solid. You could potentially be at, like, max stability with this thing, depending on how many stacks of surplus you have and how many bullets you have in the magazine. So, very solid scout. Definitely recommend picking this up, and this is definitely going to be something I am farming for when the Adept version is available. Moving on to the Exiled Truth, or Exalted Truth, sorry, my bad, I didn't read it. This thing is going to definitely be better than Palindrome when it is released. It's something that has insane range, I like more range for sure, and it has a decent perk pool. It's going to have Rangefinder, Eye of the Storm. Definitely going to be what you want for this. You potentially go with, no, there's really no other role. I mean, rangefinder is non-negotiable in my opinion. And then in this column, it's like, I mean, why would you go with Encore? I mean, you could go with Encore. It does give you more range. You get 10 range per stack. So you could go with Encore, honestly, if you want the maximum range roll. Encore would be the move. And then you do Accurized and Full Bore with Suro Synergy, Range Masterwork, and a range Adept range mod. Honestly, what I would do here is probably Hammerforge, and then with one stack of Encore, you will be at max range. And let's see. So you'd be like hitting like potentially, you'd be hitting like 39 meters maybe, or like 38.5 meters with this. with 1 stack of Encore. So maybe not Encore. I'd probably just go with Eye of the Storm. And this is, I mean, this, that gives you 2 meters. That's really interesting how only 5 meters like that gives you. Maybe you'd be at like 40. I feel like it'd either be 40 or 39 with the full bore and Encore. But I mean, like I said, this roll is the highest range roll. Like if you want to go for the highest range value, you're definitely going to want to go for Encore over Eye of the Storm. But Eye of the Storm is very, very useful given that it gives you handling, accuracy cone benefits, and accuracy cone growth and size and stuff like that. So it's definitely going to be between Encore and Eye of the Storm, and then Rangefinder, and then a high range roll. So in my opinion. And this will, on top of the fact that it has Seraph Synergy, which after reloading gives you 40 handling and 20% flinch resistance for 6 seconds. And if you don't want that, you could use the Alcerity, or Alacerity, sorry, my bad. And that gives you 10 range, 10 aim assist, 20 stability, 20 reload speed. So, which is only something you'll be able to use in trials, but in QP, Seraph Synergy is going to be a very solid. It's certainly going to have a lot more utility than Vanguard Vindication, so in PvP at least. And then moving on to number 4, we got the Aikilos SMG, and this thing is going to be an absolute monster once you are able to get it. It's going to have a whopping like 25 meters, which is more than Funnel Web. You know, if you put on Killing Wind, Rangefinder, Range Masterwork, it's going to be a beast. You could probably get past 25 meters, honestly, with Killing Wind. You would probably be able to push to like 28 or 27, and I mean, it's like a legendary Teraba, and I think this is definitely going to be a hot weapon for this season, especially given that it's one of the seasonal weapons. It also has the Rasputin's Arsenal, which breaking a target shield partially reloads this weapon's magazine, which is like a Mickey Mouse version of Vice Stinger, but nonetheless, you get to like reload your weapon while you're shooting at people, which is just crazy. And then you'll also have the enhanced benefits to these perks, which I think Rangefinder gives you 5 stability, and Killing Wind, I don't know what enhanced Killing Wind does. I'm assuming it just increases the duration of Killing Wind, is my guess. Either that or you get a slight stat bonus. So this thing's going to be nasty. Once again, another weapon you definitely want to watch out for that is new to this season. And some of the dungeon weapons, once again, would be on this list potentially, but unfortunately the API is down and I can't really access their roles at the moment. I know generally what they are, but I wouldn't be able to sit here and look at them and like show you guys. So on to number 5, the final weapon. We got the Wendigo Adept, which is also making its return. And this is going to be the best heavy GL in the game, without a doubt. It's a 120 adaptive frame, which in my opinion is the best frame of GL in the game right now. And you are able to get things like quick launch. I would personally recommend linear compensator for the PvP role. Gives you 5 stability, 5 velocity, and 5 blast radius. And you will need that blast radius because you will be using proximity grenades, and that's going to take down your blast radius by 20, but then you're going to put on impulse amplifier, which is going to give you a really big boost to your, your velocity. And then you're going to be using full court, I think full court or golden tricorn, probably full court. I don't know. A lot of the perks in this column aren't really too great. I mean, Cascade Point actually could be good. Final blows, that could be good, actually. We'll have to see how substantially that increases the fire rate, but that could be good. You get 1 kill, and then maybe you need to shoot quicker to kill the other 2 guys, and you'll have Cascade Point to do that. Whereas the damage increase on like golden tricorn and full court, like you're typically not really going to be able to use that. I mean, maybe golden tricorn, because on golden tricorn, 15% damage increase for 7 seconds. That's pretty substantial for PvP. But like I said, maybe Cascade Point will, I think you want to stay here personally in this area, either golden tricorn or Cascade Point. And then I would probably go with Vanguard Vindication, so you get a tiny bit of health back on your kills. And then I would definitely go with the blast radius masterwork to kind of make up for the loss of blast radius. And then probably, I mean, if you really wanted to, you could, I would either do blast radius or projectile speed adept mod. If you do blast radius, I think that might actually be the move, because then it's going to like almost kind of completely negate the negatives of proximity grenades, and it's going to make the thing kill from real far. But we'll have to see like how much of an increase that is, because on rockets, for example, at like max blast radius, you to the kill distance is like 6 meters max, and I'm not really sure what the exact numbers are in terms of like the one-hit kill distance on GLs is with the you know, their blast radius. So I'll have to research that myself personally, or someone will make a video on it and I'll be able to reference that information, but I haven't personally yet. But anyway, these are the top 5 weapons. We'll go over them once again. Fire and Forget, this is the best linear fusion in the heavy slot for PvP. Conjury, going to be one of the best scouts in the Crucible for sure. Exile Truth, going to be the top energy 140 in the game, 100%. Aikilos, going to be definitely the best aggressive frame SMG, without a doubt, once it is released. And then Wendigo, 100% going to be the best PvP GL in the game, without a doubt. I definitely recommend picking up every one of these weapons, like 100%, not clickbait, straight up, really good weapons. Tons of really good weapons this season. And this is just the top 5, so, and some of them I couldn't even cover because the API is down. So anyway, if you all enjoyed the video and want me to make more videos like this, talking about, you know, certain weapons and, you know, what they're good for, I could make a top 5 PvE weapon. But these are, in my opinion, the top 5 PvP weapons that you can be going for this season. So once again, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to let me know in the comments below. I love you guys very much. Thank you for supporting me on all my content, and just in general, I could not do this shit without you guys, so I appreciate y'all very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.